Yo, what is up, you guys, man? I hope y'all been partying like every day is your birthday. If y'all didn't go see the last video, make sure y'all go check that out. You know what I'm saying? We watched the flight video. We had a little trash, freestyle. We threw a little trash freestyle in there too, man. I accidentally rapped Nate twice. I didn't even remember rapping that word twice, bro. And I watched it back. I was like, dang, bro, what am I doing? Hey, but I'm not a rapper though, so it's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have to be good today. But today, Brennan, shut the hell up and focus on this video because we got something very special. Let me face my fan. It is hot, y'all. I should not have drinking this coffee. But, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, y'all. Today, we got 10 scary games. You should never play alone. I am looking for a new scary game walkthrough to play, and y'all already know I only have enough money for one game. We only have enough money for one game, so it has to be the best game. So we have to make sure and be very thorough with what we're doing. So, hey, please, if you guys do watch this, let me know if there's another scary game you guys think I should play, or let me know what game in this walkthrough, or in this video, you guys want to see me do a walkthrough on. But without further ado, make sure y'all like and subscribe, and let's just get right to it.
10 games you should never play alone. We wanted to talk about fun games with outright big jump scares, chases, or long-lasting moments of scariness that leave you open to those big out loud screams. This might not be like the Citizen Kane of video games, but they're definitely good to scare the faint of heart. Let's get going.
I like that.
Get started off with number 10.
Okay, y'all, focus!
PT. Let's just get it out of the way. It's not a game, technically, I guess. It's a playable teaser, hence it being called PT. Whatever the hell it's classified as, this is one that you might want to avoid playing alone because it's pretty spooky, especially if you're like me and you low-key believe in ghosts. And by low-key, I mean high-key. You're wandering around a dark house while a ghost is popping up from all sides trying to creep you out. And she is super creepy looking too. Lisa, like, straight up.
Yeah, she does look. She look wonky,
There's a really
man.
good jump scare where you peek into a crack.
It doesn't even look like her chin's attached, bro. It looks like her chin is detached.
Open door, and as you're peeking through, Lisa's creepy face pops up and scares you and then slams it shut. This list is focused on big scares, but even the subtle dread here
is that a roach?
More points than almost any other horror game. It's a shame this whole project got canceled. Yeah, man, this one is a bummer. If PT was this creepy, something so short, imagine how awesome Hideo Kojima's Silent Hills would have been.
Why did they cancel that? Can someone explain to me why PT did get canceled? I remember hearing something about it, but I never really fully understand why they would cancel it. Yeah, and it seemed like a really good game that everybody enjoyed. I don't get why you would cancel a game you could make millions off of, cuz you need to tighten up. Y'all need to go back to the lab. Y'all messed up.
Living in Bummer City. Population, me. At number 9, now, Slender the Arrival isn't a very good video game, but that Slenderman gameplay, though, that's fun. Remember what started as a simple 3D game you could play in your browser?
Yeah,
Look for the items to escape this labyrinth all the while Slenderman was chasing you and popping in at random places, and you couldn't look at him or the screen would get all staticky and scary. Well, they made a whole game on that and expanded it in some places. The levels you're simply avoiding Slenderman are
don't look at it!
Terrifying and as yell out loud as the original game that helped start the Slenderman fascination.
Oh my gosh.
The graphics are...
Yo, that run. It's that run, bro. I know I'd be scared playing this. Look at the run on that. That little sway run. That would be something serious in a game.
Terrifying and as yell out loud as the original game that helped start the Slenderman fascination. The graphics are actually pretty decent and really help with the mood and the atmosphere. Feeling like he's always around is even better when he looks really convincing graphically. The way he appears, the musical cues, the sound effects, if you are playing with someone watching, they're probably gonna be laughing at you. Next up at number 8, we have Resident Evil 7, a personal favorite of mine. I'm a big Resident Evil fan, specifically all of the...
Bro, I can't wait till Resident Evil, the new one, comes out this year, you know what I'm saying? It's like The Village or something, but when that bit comes out, I'm gonna be on that, and y'all best believe I'm gonna be on Outlast, bro. Hey, I'm gonna let you guys know now, I will tap in and sell, bro, literally every item I own, but I can guarantee you guys we will play Outlast 3 in VR. I can't wait for that game to come out. That game will be insane.
Resident Evil 4 games, and I'm not throwing shade at Resident Evil 4. I love Resident Evil 4. I just prefer my Resident Evil games more on the scary side, and Resident Evil 7 brought the series back to that. This was way more straight up survival horror than the last few entries in the series. For one, you weren't a crazy soldier man who punches boulders, but instead a normal, everyday dude who could barely shoot a gun, which helped to make you feel a bit more helpless than you usually would feel in these games. I mean, the game opens up with uneasiness. As soon as you get into the house, there's some heavy Evil Dead vibes. Then you find Mia, and, well, I won't spoil it, but the people that have played it know what I'm getting at.
What happened with Mia, cuz? You know what I'm saying? Baby girl is looking... Whoa, Brennan, get back to the game, man!
Then you have Jack Baker, who crashes through walls with the Kool-Aid Man, which always made me jump a bit. Then there's the whole Marguerite boss fight, where she's bug-like, and she's just crashing through windows, scaring the shit out of you in the process. I'm super happy the series is back to doing stuff like this, and if you've seen those Resident Evil 8 rumors, it seems like the series
I was eating that
down this spooky path.
Broke my food.
At number 7, we have Outlast. Yeah, they're both scary, but we're specifically talking about the first one here. There's just something about wandering around a dark...
Hey, y'all, I never have played the first Outlast, I don't think. So if you guys wanted to see Outlast 1, I could do that too.
Scary hospital. It's always creepy. Especially when you're playing as someone without weapons, whose only means of self-defense is running and hiding. Oh, and of course, you're being hunted by spooky hospital patients. Outlast is pretty much playing a horror movie. There are some classic jump scares that you see coming, and they still get you anyway. Whether it's a body swinging from a ceiling, a dude slumped over in a wheelchair, shooting up and coming to life, or having that big dude turn a corner and then relentlessly starting to chase you down. Outlast also kills it with the jump scare music, making those scares even more jumpy. Then you have the whole camcorder thing with batteries that die and need to be replaced. Very much Rec inspired. Very, very cool for the time. That whole camera
I still stand by you guys that Outlast is the best horror series there is, man. I think they go insane with their horror games. Yeah, there is a lot of scary games, but those games just bump it up to that next level. Like, Resident Evil is scary, yeah, but there's also the survival aspect. See, all these games have that survival aspect where you got, like, a gun and you gotta get bullets and stuff. Outlast, bro, is just a camcorder. And you gotta survive.
Thing alone stresses me out. Yeah, I can't talk about Outlast anymore.
I'm taking that bat and whacking him. That's all I know.
Number 6, Hello Neighbor is a weird one. It's pretty bright and colorful at times, and kind of goofy looking, and sometimes...
What? Bro, Hello Neighbor? There's no way Hello Neighbor should be on this list, bro. There's no way Hello Neighbor is that scary. There's no way.
Controls really weird. So you wouldn't expect it to be, you know, like, scary. It can really freak you out at times, though. In Hello Neighbor, you're trying to make it into the basement of your neighbor's house, all while he's hunting you down and trying to capture you. He has really good AI, too, and will hear a window break, and will also notice how you're breaking into the house, and will start to throw down traps or block those entrances so you can't do it again. Your heart starts to pump a bit when he's on you, too, and then when he finally does get you, he's right there, like in your face, and it seems like he appears out of thin air at times. It's way more of a puzzle game than a horror game, I say, but big kudos to the devs for making it pretty intense at times, but not losing the overall vision of the game, and also not making it like super scary and dark. Next up at number 5, we have Alien Isolation.
I don't think that one could be a game, you guys. I just don't see Hello Neighbor being that scary, man.
An actual good Alien game and a long line of not so good Alien and Predator games. This is the game you should be looking at when you talk about movie tie-in games, because it does it right, expanding the movie lore and world a bit instead of trying to shoehorn something into it and making it messy. Here you play as Ellen Ripley's daughter, Amanda Ripley, who finds herself in a similar situation as her mother. You know, relentlessly.
Or is she playing as me?
The name of the game here is Run and
Stop!
Hide. You really can't fight this thing. You spend most of the game using your tracker to keep tabs on where it is, and as it gets closer and closer, the tracker goes faster and faster, as well as your heart rate. And I mean your real life heart rate. You have to be careful of where you hide here, because you can kind of screw yourself over. The vents, for example, they're a great place to hide, but you can't hide for too long, and you don't want to make your presence known, because that xenomorph will jump right up there with you. The most terrifying thing in this game is hearing thumping in the dark vents with you, then turning on your flashlight and a big xenomorph in front of your face. Not a pleasant sight to see right before you. This is a scary one for sure.
Bro, you better tighten up.
We have Five Nights at Freddy's. Yep, we're talking about it because before it blew up as this massive thing, if
I could play Five Nights at Freddy's if y'all want to see that, man. Ooh, that could be a good one too. There's so many options, man. There's so many options.
Just experienced that first game in a vacuum. It was actually pretty spooky, yeah. Of course, it did end up becoming way more than a game. Well, no, it is a game, but it blew the hell up. I mean, I get it. I think the idea behind the game is genius. A spooky ripoff of Chuck E. Cheese where the animatronics come to life at night and turn homicidal, I guess. Yeah, I think it's an awesome idea because I think we've all been terrified by Charles Entertainment Cheese at some point in our life, right? So yeah, this definitely works, and all the characters are overly creepy, even before they, like, become bad and actually creepy. This was a huge Let's Play game too, specifically because of how it plays, I think. There are a lot of jump scares in it, and jump scares usually make for some really good reactions and content and whatnot. So there really was more than just a game.
That could be a good game, you guys.
Really, like, it had a bit of a cultural impact as well. It's weird that this is the game that did that. Is this a game for me? No, definitely not. I couldn't care. But I respect the spooky. At number 3, do y'all remember Condemned: Criminal Origins? This was an Xbox 360 launch game, and at the time, it was a pretty unsettling game.
Oh,
you play as Ethan Thomas.
Hey, I've never heard of this. This might be a snag.
I'm seeing an investigation agent that works for the FBI. You're investigating a bunch of murders and are trying to hunt down serial killer X. Your investigation will take you into a bunch of condemned and derelict buildings, looking for clues. And
investigation? Yeah, I'm not trying to investigate none. I want to see. This is the one thing I don't like about. This is why also that Outlast is my favorite series, man. Because Outlast just focuses on the scariness. Like, a lot of these other games will have, like, side missions and, like... You know what I'm saying? Like, they make it more into, I don't know, like a problem-solving game at times, bro. Outlast, yeah, they sometimes have that, but it's always still scary in the same time. Like, through that, what you have to do.
Buildings are filled with people that have just straight up lost it, and they'll pop out of corners and get the jump on you and start swinging at you.
I don't like playing games that have guns, man. Any horror game that has guns, probably aside from Resident Evil, I just don't think they can be good horror games, bro. Like, you can't be scared if you got a strap. You know what I'm saying? So let's try, y'all. If you could avoid any games with guns, I'd appreciate that.
With whoever they can find, wrenches, lead pipes, etc. The combat here is pretty intense too. First, you're wandering around in the dark, then you get scared by some crazy-looking dude swinging a pipe at you. Then you, acting on that adrenaline rush, just have to wail him to death before he does it to you. It's pretty intense, honestly. There are also crime scenes where you walk around looking for clues, and they're always like the creepiest, dingiest settings. Some of them look right out of Saw. The game totally succeeds with some genuinely terrifying environmental sequences and an overall unsettling feeling.
Its graphics look cheeks, though, my boy.
Wherever you are. Almost every environment is like, you know, there are people somewhere in here and they're watching you and they want you out. Dude, it's amazing. If this is a game you missed, I definitely recommend jumping in and checking it out. Next up at number 2, we have Fear. This is one I don't like talking about or looking at, honestly, because I really can't handle creepy black-haired little girls. It reminds me too much of The Ring, and I'm still not over that movie. And of course, that's the main antagonist in the series. You play as a member...
A gun, bro. Bro, a game cannot be scary if you got a strap, man. Why does all games you gotta have a gun, man? Just let it be scary.
The Fear Team, which stands for First Encounter Assault Recon, and you're trying to take down Alma Wade, a creepy, psychic girl who has become way too powerful.
I'll pop her, bro.
Fear does a good job of being scary and utilizes the usual but very effective tricks. Flickering lights, scary sounds, catching a glimpse of something creepy real quick, turning the corner and having a creepy little girl right there in front of you. You know, things that movies have been doing for years. Tried and true. And Fear does a great job at implementing all of that here. Thankfully, you do play as a soldier man, so you're pretty well armed, which does make you feel a little less hopeless than the dude in Outlast or, you know, any other game like that. So thankfully, there is that. But
no, I like
that tactical badass, and it's still scary. Good job. Finally, at number 1, the now classic Japanese...
If this game has a mother-fluffing gun as the main character, I'm gonna slap myself in the
horror
face.
Franchise is often ruled as much scarier than other games in its similar market. If you think ghosts are scary, well, has Fatal Frame got some nasty scary ghosts for you? From the story being genuinely unsettling to the actually pretty sickening things you have to encounter and engage in the gameplay, all you really have is your camera, and you have to look through it to see the ghosts, and they get right up in your grill like a good old-fashioned haunted house. There's some good old-fashioned jump scares in here, along with all of that dread. It's best played at night with the lights off for sure. We're putting it at number 1 because some people claim they can't finish it, and some consider it one of the best horror games ever, so much respect for that. Before we go, we do have some bonuses for you. First up, we have Amnesia. Of course, we have to mention the game that really started the next generation of horror games and big, massive Let's Plays on YouTube.
We can what?
Incredibly scary at the time, but talked to death at this point. Still, when it was still new, the fear of the unknown in the game was incredibly powerful. Then we have Siren, another scary girl Japanese horror game that had some pretty good terrifying moments that many people may have nostalgic feelings for. And those are 10 horror games you should never play.
Hey man, which one do you guys want me to check out? They all look pretty good. The first one looks pretty good too. Man, I'm just waiting for the new Resident Evil and Outlast 3 to come out. I really wish those were out now, but we gotta find something in the meantime. If you guys saw any games that really, that you guys really want me to check out, please let me know. And if there's any other games not on this list that you guys want me to see, please send me the trailer link for them. You know, I'll throw your comment in the video and I'll check it out. There's one game that I did see on TikTok that I wanted to look at, so I'm going to check that out. But I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. We're going to try to find this scary game, and it's got to be a banger. We ain't got no money to waste. I hope you guys enjoyed this, though. Make sure y'all like and subscribe if y'all are new. Y'all be easy and have a fantastic one, man. Deuces.